Do I think Liverpool will be the next invincible team? Well, you've got to look at it game by game. Arsenal were not. That was not the best Arsenal side that was the invincible team. I think Arsenal's best team was 98 double, and I think the 99 Arsenal team that won nothing was probably one of their better teams. They just came against the best team there's ever been at United. So, do I think Liverpool can go invincible? You've got to have a bit of luck along the way, because Arsenal drew 12 games in that Premier League season, and that's, everyone thinks of, if you weren't around at the time, everyone thinks that Arsenal invincible team was something amazing, and it was special, but it drew 12 games. This Liverpool team is better than that invincible team. There's been a lot of Premier League sides that have been better than that invincible team. The issue Liverpool have got is who can beat them. Manchester City are not going to beat them, and have not beat them. They've not beat them at Anfield. They've been to Old Trafford. They've been to Stamford Bridge. Their hardest games on paper are Etihad return and Emirates, or a shock. So I would be worried if I was an Arsenal fan. I think that Liverpool could, and probably would be good odds to go invincible this season. And there probably would be a level of justice to that, because I think this Liverpool team is infinitely better than the Arsenal invincible side. And it is a team that won't draw 12 games. It will win a lot of games. So it's interesting. I think you can already pretty much see that the game at the Etihad will be the game that they've got to get over, and there'll be a lot of Arsenal fans watching that. But then again, football's funny, isn't it? Who's to say that Liverpool won't go and lose at Goodison Park or something like that? So, but they've got a good chance. They've got a good shout. But I would always say this, what is the relevance of going invincible? Arsenal fans cling on to it because they've had nothing to cling on to for years. Going invincible, it's a good thing, but it doesn't make you the best club ever. It doesn't make you the best team ever. There's been loads of teams better than that invincible team. Both Man City and Liverpool currently are better than that invincible team. It's a nice thing to do, and I think it's nice for the fans of that club. But it's not, if you said to Liverpool, would you rather win a treble or would you rather go invincible? They're going to go, we'll have the treble thing. So we're only in November with regards to the Invincibles, but I think that Liverpool have got a chance. And Arsenal fans will be worried. They're always worried till it's impossible for someone not to do it. Is Pep done at City? I mean, we sit here with Liverpool 3-0 up against Manchester City, and the title basically Liverpool's to lose. This would be a bigger slip than Gerrard if Liverpool were to blow this. I know it's only November, but Pep Guardiola, he's been unable to get a foothold in the Champions League. He's come in here 6 points behind Liverpool, and he's been comfortably beaten. Is this the beginning of the end for Pep Guardiola, who actually doesn't have a long life cycle at the clubs he's managed? He wasn't at Bayern for that long. He wasn't at Barcelona for that long. He's at a club that actually hasn't really got a history. It's about money, and it's not working. He's not won the Champions League, and the things that he has won, the Premier League, is now going to stop winning that. So I think it probably is the end of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. I think he is a manager that when the going gets tough, he looks to move on. There may well be one more big spend, but I don't think Liverpool are going anywhere. And is he up to that fight? Liverpool, the only way I think Pep Guardiola would stay at Manchester City is if Manchester City went and won the Champions League this year. And I think that they could be a contender for the Champions League. I think Manchester City is still a very, very good team. But I don't think they will win the Champions League. I think they've got a bit of a voodoo in relation to the Champions League, a bit of a mental block. They were knocked out by Spurs last year, Liverpool the year before. I think that Pep will look to leave Manchester City soon. And I think that the end was always going to be failure at Manchester City. And he's failed in the Champions League. And now his advantage, and let's not forget, Pep Guardiola is a very, very good coach. He's a very driven coach. His footballing teams are very, very good. But the bottom line is, Jurgen Klopp is a better coach than him, and he's done it on less money, and he's done it in a harder way, and he's built a better side. And Pep has been beaten, and I think that's where we are with this Premier League. And I think that I don't see a way back for Pep. He might spend his way out, like I've said before. He spent his way into this situation. He's had this luxury where that right back didn't work, I want another one. That one's not worked, I want another one. That keeper didn't work, I want another one. And he's been able to do that, and it's brought his way to titles. But we've now got this team with Liverpool that has been constructed to be champions of Europe. It's probably going to be champions of England, and it's not based on a £1 billion spend. It's based on a manager that's rebuilt the club from top to bottom, and built a successful side. So I don't think that I think it will be the end of Pep.